All right, let's go on to the next question from CAT 2017, the second slot. You can pause the video and give it a try and resume for the solution. All right, let f of x be equal to 2x minus 5 and g of x be equal to 7 minus 2x. Then mod of fx plus gx will be mod of fx plus mod of gx if and only if. Let's observe the left hand side first. The left hand side is mod of f of x plus g of x. F of x is 2x minus 5 and plus g of x is 7 minus 2x. So left hand side is basically mod of 2x minus 5 plus 7 minus 2x. From this 2x will get cancelled out and we simply have mod of minus 5 plus 7 and that is mod of 2. And mod of 2 is nothing but 2 only, right? So the left hand side of this question is basically fixed. The left hand side of this equation is fixed. The right hand side is mod of fx plus mod of gx. Okay, mod of fx will be mod of 2x minus 5 plus mod of gx will be 7 minus 2x. And sum of these two is equal to 2 only, as the left hand side is 2. So 2 is equal to mod of 2x minus 5 plus mod of 7 minus 2x. The next step is we divide throughout by 2. So dividing by 2, I will get 1 is equal to mod of 2x upon 2 will be x minus 5 upon 2 will be 5 upon 2 plus mod of 7 by 2 minus 2x upon 2 will be x only. Now guys, after this, I have two ways of approaching the problem. The first method is the conventional method where this part of the expression would become 0. This part becomes 0 when x would be equal to 5 by 2 and this part would become 0 when 7 by 2 minus x would be 0 or x would be equal to 7 by 2. Now drawing these two on the real number line, we will have 5 by 2 here and 7 by 2 here, right? So depending upon where I take the value of x, the expression will behave accordingly because of the presence of mod sign. So I will have to take three cases here. The first case is when x would be less than 5 by 2. Second case is when x is greater than 7 by 2. And third case is when x is in between the two, 5 by 2 and 7 by 2, right? So let's draw these three cases. Our first case will be when x is less than 5 by 2. Between 5 by 2 and 7 by 2, guys, 5 by 2 is the lesser quantity. So naturally, if x is less than 5 by 2, x is less than 7 by 2 also. Now, if x is less than 5 by 2, here the first bracket would become negative. And for any negative number, mod ka output is always negative. So for the first term, mod of x minus 5 by 2, it will simply become minus of x minus 5 by 2. And this is nothing but 5 by 2 minus x. Similarly, the second bracket is mod of 7 by 2 minus x. Since x is less than 7 by 2, 7 by 2 minus x will be positive only. So mod of 7 by 2 minus x will be as it is, 7 by 2 minus x. In the question, we are now adding these two. So the next part is the summation of these two terms. The summation of these two terms is 5 by 2 plus 7 by 2. It is 12 by 2. Minus x is minus 2x. And this should be equal to 1. 12 by 2 is basically 6. Minus 2x is 1. That gives me 2x is equal to 5 or x is equal to 5 by 2. We started with the assumption that x is less than 5 by 2, but we have got the answer as x is equal to 5 by 2. So from this, I get the answer that x is equal to 5 by 2 and not less than 5 by 2. Okay. This was our first case, guys. Similarly, I'll take the second case now. Second case, x is greater than 7 by 2. 7 by 2 is the greater of these two terms. So if x is greater than 7 by 2, x is naturally greater than 5 by 2 also. So mod of x minus 5 by 2, x being positive, x being greater than 5 by 2, x minus 5 by 2 will be positive. So x minus 5 by 2 would remain as it is. And mod of 7 by 2 minus x. Since x is now greater than 7 by 2, 7 by 2 minus x will be negative. So mod of 7 by 2 minus x is minus of 7 by 2 minus x. And this becomes x minus 7 by 2. Okay. The next step is to add the two as per the question. We are adding these two parts. So summation of these two parts will be x plus x2x minus 5 by 2 minus 7 by 2 is minus 12 by 2. And this should be equal to the left hand side, which I'm writing as right hand side as of now. It is 1. So 2x minus 12 by 2 is 1. That gives me 2x minus 6 is equal to 1, or I get x is equal to 6 plus 1, 7 divided by 2. X is 7 by 2. I started with the assumption that x is more than 7 by 2, but I'm getting x is equal to 7 by 2. Okay, I'll leave it like that. And I'll take the third possibility now. The third possibility is x is greater than 5 by 2. The third possibility is x is greater than 5 by 2, but less than 7 by 2. In that case, x minus 5 by 2 will be greater than 0, because 5 by 2, because x is more than 5 by 2. So mod of x minus 5 by 2 will be x minus 5 by 2 as it is. And similarly, 7 by 2 minus x will also be greater than 0, because x is less than 7 by 2. So mod of 7 by 2 minus x will be 7 by 2 minus x. Now, as per the question, when we add these two terms, mod of x minus 5 by 2 plus mod of 7 by 2 minus x, we'll be adding x minus 5 by 2 plus 7 by 2 minus x. Minus x plus x cancels. We only have 7 by 2 and minus 5 by 2. So 7 by 2 minus 5 by 2 is nothing but 2 upon 2, which is 1. Now, what does this tell me, guys? It tells me that for any value of x between 5 by 2 and 7 by 2, this entire expression is always equal to 1. And that's exactly what you want, right? So we have to include all values of x between 5 by 2 and 7 by 2 in the answer. And from cases 1 and 2, we also have x equal to 5 by 2 and x equal to 7 by 2. So my final answer will be a combination of these three results. And I will say that x will be greater than or equal to 5 by 2 and less than or equal to 7 by 2. And this is clearly my D option. All right, so that's a very lengthy, but yes, the conventional way of answering this particular question. I personally feel that we have to avoid this approach at all costs because it's too much time consuming. Let's look at a slightly better way of dealing with these questions. For that, we have to dig into the deeper meaning of mods. Okay, now guys, what does mod of x minus 5 by 2 actually mean? Mod of a minus b simply refers to the distance between a minus b. Now, mod of x minus 5 by 2 in that way will be the distance between x and 5 by 2. Similarly, what does mod of 7 by 2 minus x represent? It is the distance between 7 by 2 and x. The question says the distance between x and 5 by 2 plus the distance between 7 by 2 and x on the number line should be equal to 1. So next step is we draw our real number line and we take these 2 points, 5 by 2 and then 7 by 2. So distance between x and 5 by 2 plus the distance between 7 by 2 and x must add up to give you a 1. Now notice that between 5 by 2 and 7 by 2, the distance is exactly equal to 7 by 2 minus 5 by 2, which is 2 upon 2 or 1. So anyway, between 5 by 2 and 7 by 2, the distance is always 1. So if I take any value of x in between these two, the sum of the distances from 5 by 2 and 7 by 2 will always remain to be 1, right? So if I take this distance as a, this distance as b, a plus b is 1 only. If I take suppose x here in this particular place, if I call this distance as L and this distance as M, L plus M is also 1, right? So x has to lie between 5 by 2 and 7 by 2 for that matter. Also, x can be equal to 5 by 2 or 7 by 2 also, because if I take x as 5 by 2, its distance from 5 by 2 will be 0, but its distance from 7 by 2 will be 1. So total distance became 0 plus 1, which is 1 again. Similarly, I can take x as 7 by 2 also. If I take x as 7 by 2, the distance between 7 by 2 and x would be 0, and the distance of 7 by 2 and 5 by 2 is 1. The total distance again became 1. So yes, x has to be greater than or equal to 5 by 2 and less than or equal to 7 by 2, right? So that's again the D option. Now, I think this is a slightly better way out, but still calculative and observational. So let's look at the best way of answering these questions, guys. All right, now, if you ask me the best way to solve these questions, rather most of the mod-based problems, is to basically go with the options. Okay, the first option says 5 by 2 less than x less than 7 by 2. This is 2.5 and 3.5 actually. So put x as 3 and check. If I put x as 3, 3 minus 2.5, the mod is 0.5. Mod of 0.5 is 0.5 only. Plus 7 by 2 is 3.5 again. Minus 3. The mod of 0.5 is again 0.5. The sum comes out to be 1. So I have to take values of x in between the two because they satisfy the given relation. That means I have to ignore option B and option C because they say x is less than equal to 5 by 2 or greater than 5 by 2, not including the range in between. And same for the C option. So B and C are ruled out. The only difference between options A and D is x can be equal to 5 by 2 and 7 by 2 in the option D. Basically, it's a closed interval. And in the A option, it's an open interval. X is more than but not equal to 5 by 2 and x is less than but not equal to 7 by 2. So to eliminate one between these two, you substitute the value of x as 2.5 or 3.5 for that matter. Anybody would suffice. Any term would suffice. Putting x equal to 2.5 here, mod of 2.5 minus 2.5 is 0. Mod 0 is 0 only. Plus mod of 3.5 minus 2.5. 3.5 minus 2.5 is 1. Mod of 1 will be 1. The total distance or total sum is still 1. So yes, x is equal to 2.5 satisfies the given condition. That means that yes, x has to be equal to 5 by 2 or 2.5. So option A is also ruled out. The correct answer is option D. So that's a quicker way out. I believe there's a more universal way in which you can tackle all the mod based questions.